Hi, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. Today I am here to film the Team JazzleDazzle video hop for August 2021. It's like, forget where I am. I'm still filming ahead of time, still does my head. So anyway, the team video hop will be a wee bit smaller this month, I think, just because of holiday time and what have you. But our theme is friendship. So I have made a friend card. I have a lot of friends that are in need of a bit of attention, so I'm going to send out some friend cards. So I'm going to show you how I made this and where all the bits and pieces come from. So for stamping the sentiment on and for supporting it, I am using Stitch So Sweetly Dies from the annual catalogue. I've got basic white and basic black cardstock there. So that's two of these dies. This is a fabulous set of dies. You should check it out. I've got various layers here of basic white. I usually keep myself a wee pile of them for using while I'm making cards. I've got two pieces here of designer series paper. So let's have a look at where they came from. So, whoops. Sorry, I thought I had everything out and then of course I don't. So we've got let me just pop my spare bits in because otherwise I lose them. So we've got hand pen designer series paper from the annual catalogue, and I've chosen to work with this pattern here, and it's Highland Heather, I think is the colour there. And look, the same pattern in black and white. And meet the beautifully penned designer series paper, which you can get free with a £45 spend at the moment between August and September. Yeah, and it's got exactly the same pattern but in black and white. So I've taken a piece of each of these and I've matched up the pattern as close as I can, so that it's, if you see, I've kind of made sure they're sitting on top of each other. And that wasn't the easiest thing to do because they don't exactly match at the edges, so I had to do a wee bit trimming, but I think I've done that. So I've cut this to 14 centimetres. I think it's 14 centimetres by 10 centimetres. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to cut it in strips, but I'll show you. Wait, and let's see what else we've got here. We've got some brushed metallic adhesive back dots. I've got two basic black card bases, which are, as you see, cut, two cards cut from one sheet of A4. So score in half, cut in half, and you've got two card bases. I have an embossing folder here, which is our stamp. It's thanks and hello. So this is the hello one. So I thought hello friend, and it's got hello in lots of different languages. So that is going to be used. And that is from the mini catalogue, isn't it? This one? Maybe not, maybe that one's from the annual. This one's from the annual catalogue. This is from the mini catalogue, the new mini that's just gone live in the beginning of August. This is, well, it's black gingham, isn't it? And it's just 1/4 inch wide, so it's just perfect, and I think it will just go nice on this card. I haven't put it on my sample card, but while I was tidying up after making that, I thought, that might work. So we've got it. I've got my Memento black ink. I've got a couple of blends. I'm not going for any great colouring technique. So I've got light Highland Heather and dark So Saffron out. And I've got the Daisy Lane stamp set. I've not had this out for ages. So I'm going to use this flower and the friend. So that's it. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll do the stamping and then I can leave that to dry. So I've got these two. This is a 2 for the price of 1 type of card. So what I want to do first is, do you know what I'm going to do first? Just check that I'm filming properly and that you can see everything. Yeah, I was filming the other day and my camera slid during it, and I'm going to have to film it all over again because it slipped and it was only showing half of my work. And I think there's nothing more frustrating than someone making something and you can only see half of what they're doing. So friend and friend. Of course you could heat emboss that. We do have some nice black embossing powder too, but just for today I'm keeping it simple. So I'm just inking up the daisy. And just putting partial flowers around. There's that one. And that's the stamping, so I can pop them out of the way and close my ink and just leave them to dry a bit and then we'll do it. So the next thing is to show you how I did the background. So as I say, I've got 2 sheets and the pattern on each of them is the same, and I'm going to get a trimmer. And what I'm going to do is I should be able to cut 7 strips of 2 centimetres wide. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I always find it easier to use the measurement on this side. So I'll pop that to 2. Now when we take these off we have to be careful to keep them in order. Oops. Keep them together. Of course you could do this any width. So this project, although it looks quite a simple card, it's using quite a lot of bits and pieces, and it's got something from the annual catalogue, some things from the new mini catalogue and some things from the celebration. So yeah, it's embracing all of the catalogues. Which is the great advantage of them. They all still mix and everything mixes and matches together. 6. And then this should be 4 wide, which it is, just like it slipped. It's always more difficult on the last bit, isn't it? Wonder, just you use what you can. Just it was just as it was closing, it had kind of slipped. So yeah, that goes there, and that goes there. Right, now you can do this next bit with tape, but I just prefer to use wet glue if I can get my wet glue to work. So I'm hoping that this won't be too long a video, but I might just pop this, I might have to fast forward this process. I'm just making sure that that's nice and straight on the end there. Whoops! That's why I decided to use wet glue, so that I can have a bit of slip. So I've used the black one, leave the Highland Heather one, take the Highland Heather one from here, and you see how when you do that the pattern continues across. So that was, believe it or not, was a wee idea that I had last night in bed. I was thinking these two papers would work pretty well together. Right, so leave that for the next. I suppose I could have had the other sheet ready, but do you see what I mean? You'll get two from this. And just butt them up together and just making sure the pattern's looking good. And then the one from underneath this time. Just a bit of glue. And butt the pattern up together. Oh, I need the black one now. Seems to be running slightly squint, but it won't matter because I'm going to trim it when we're done anyway. So I don't want the black one, I want the lilac one. And then the black one. That one there, and we'll trim them. Comes together. You want to start up? Should have a glue side. Just do this while the glue's out, stick these together. There we go, now we'll trim these to whatever size works. Sorry if I'm gone all quiet. Just take this one, make it nice and straight. And then that should work. Actually, it's not really worked, so I'm going to take another wee 2mm off that. And 2mm off this one. That'll still work. If I don't want any white edging on it. Right, now these two need to go through an embossing folder, so I'll show you how I achieved this whole part. I don't know if you noticed it, but the embossing folder is not the width. So what I need here, I need the platform, whoops, a base plate and a top plate, the two number 3 plates. So what we do is I'm going to pop, I don't know if you can see very well, but I'm popping this in there so that the hello in English is quite high up. I'm just trying to make sure that's straight. Pop it on the base plate, pop this plate on top and just feed it through. Because I kind of wanted to get the hello friend theme, and then this one again just to make sure, so I'm just popping the bottom half through. So I think you'll can see the hello there, the bonjour and all the others. So just out of interest though, let's see what this looks like with a different embossing folder. What have we got that we've not used in a while? Oh. Got I've got my finger stuck. Let's do something else, one of the textured ones, so I don't need these plates. I think this is a 3D one, I'm not sure, maybe it's not. This is the... Somebody tell me which one that is. If it is the textured one, I'll know when I'm pushing it through. It doesn't say on it. Yeah. So I just need the base plate plus this number 4 plate. I actually haven't sorted my embossing folders box out. I'm hoping that that's not a retired one. Probably is. Knowing my luck, the one thing I didn't have organised. Let's just have a wee quick look. Because not the bark one. It is retired. No, that wasn't so clever. But anyway, we have got other textured ones. And I've done it the wrong way round as well. Let's pop it through one that's not retired. Where's my art one? That's the thing, you can with the, you can pop them through again. What about painted texture? That's a good one. And it's not retired, it's from the annual catalogue. It will pop it in here. We just need the number 1 plate, put the folder in, and then the number 4 plate over the top. That looks nice. And by embossing, it's like sort of patchwork I've done with the paper, and by embossing it, it makes sure that the glue's spread and it's all stuck down. It does now look like it's all one piece of paper. So let's get cracking. 2 card bases. This one needs to be up the right way, so let's just, if I'm going to try ribbon on them, haven't I? And I've just knocked my camera. Well, let me just check that you can still see what I'm up to. I did knock it a bit, didn't I? One of those days. Do you know what it is? I'm filming this on a Sunday afternoon, and dinner's ready, and I just wanted to get this done because I had all the bits out. I'm going to cut another bit for the other one. So I hope you're enjoying our team video hop. Most of the people in my team are new to, they're not all new demonstrators, but they're new to putting them out themselves out there on videos and blogs and things. So I do appreciate that you're supporting them. Not hope that you are, I know you are. And I hope you're enjoying it though at the same time. Maybe cut that a bit long, so let's just cut the excess off there, and then we'll get this one. That one was easier to do because you could see, I don't know which way is the right way here, but never mind. Just put some tape on the back really. I'm not measuring or anything, just what it looks straight to my eye, it'll be fine. I didn't put the tape far enough down. Now squint. I'm not faffing with that anymore. It's going on. Right. Now onto our card base. Yeah, so please go into the description box below. There'll be a show more button and you'll see the list of my other team members that are joining in our hop. That one, and then let's get this one on. Make sure your hello's up the right way. If you're using writing, it's better to have it so that it can be read. I mean, it's very subtle, but Again, I'm going to use some dimensionals to put the sentiment on. Whoops. And this one, I'll leave room for a bow. I'm just going to pop that at this end, and I'm going to put a bow there. Let me see. There's my bow. My bow maker's here, right? Out already. I got it out already, and then I forget that. The thing I haven't. Oh, yeah, it's alright. They're out as well. Do you know, I thought of everything, and then I didn't think I had. Oh my goodness, what am I like? Right, so I don't want a huge bow, let's just use this end. It's a narrow ribbon. Oops. Do you know what, I did forget to colour in the flowers, but do you know what, it doesn't really matter. I've tied a wee bow there, and then we'll just cut it off. Oh, so I nearly cut the charging cable for my iPad there. I might not need a bow on the other one because I might pop it in the middle. So let's just sort this bow a wee bit. This ribbon is lovely, ties beautifully. Just need a glue dot to stick it on. There's one. Oops, the back end's off, and this one can go in the middle this time. I'll just quickly add some colour to this one, and then you can decide if you prefer them with or without colour. So just using the So Saffron in the middle for the floral centre. Whoops. And then you only need one shade because Stampin' Up! I've done all the line drawings beautiful on this, so that gives it texture anyway. This is the roughest colouring in ever. Maybe I think I say that every time, don't I? There we go, we're nearly done. So you choose whether you add colour or not. Whether you have bows or not, and we've got one more flower, and then we've just got some wee embellishments. I think I've got these brushed metallic gems. They're in the annual catalogue. No, they're not. They're from the mini catalogue, the new mini, the August to December mini catalogue, or July to... It was supposed to be July, but it was delayed. Right, and we'll just pop this, sort of looks like rivets holding the sign on, and then we'll use the brass on these ones. So there you have it, there was my sample. And there's the two cards I've made this afternoon, adding ribbon. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know whether you like with or without colour, with or without ribbon, with or without a bow. Lots of options, do it your way. And yeah, make a card, send a card. No point in making a friend card, not sending it out, so we'll be sending these out. And thank you very much for coming and visiting our wee video hop. Hopefully it'll get better as the not better, bigger as the months go on, and as my team grows. And if you're interested in joining my team, just get in touch and I'll tell you what you require to do. I'll tell you all the details, answer all your questions. Take care. Bye just now.